come join us.
In this video, we're going to teach you what you need to know about planning your trip to Crater Lake National Park in Oregon.
We're dreamers. We live it. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way.
Hey you guys! Thanks for joining us on another journey. Today, we're at Crater Lake National Park in Oregon. If you're new to the channel, that's April, and I'm Wayne. We do a video every Thursday, so hit that subscribe button and smash that bell.
When you come to Crater Lake National Park, as far as what to pack, you're gonna wanna have layers with you. One minute it can be what feels like 90 degrees, or is 90 degrees, and the next it can feel like 50 degrees.
Oh,
that's
and a
thunder.
thunderstorm. Luckily, we got ponchos with us.
The temperatures do fluctuate a fair amount here.
Here at 7,000 feet and all over the place. Makes a big difference.
And you wanna be prepared for all kinds of weather.
All kinds of weather. Yeah, some things that you're not gonna wanna forget as well is sunscreen, hats, hiking boots. We always suggest the hydration packs. That way you've got everything you need with you, some snacks and enough water to make sure you're safe.
Gum.
Gum did save me in Bryce Canyon National Park.
Because someone didn't have lots of water.
Yeah, cart above. Big mistake.
On Wayne's part, to blame Wayne.
It's starting to rain. When it rains in the mountains, you gotta be careful. It could easily turn into a flood. I don't think that's gonna happen today. Just keep in mind that that ground gets super saturated. The water goes downhill. Just remember, what goes down must come up. And it's always harder on the way back up. 200 feet down, easy. 200 feet up, not so easy. Where to fly into? That is the question. You can always go into Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, that's about a 5-hour drive.
You can also fly into Rogue Valley International Airport. It's in Medford, Oregon. Still going to be a little bit of a drive, but not near as bad. If you do rent a car and you drive and you're from the East Coast, keep in mind that anytime you're in the Pacific Northwest, there is very limited gas stations and populated areas. So anytime you get down to a half a tank of gas, fill up. Don't care about the price, just fill the car up.
There is a gas pump in Crater Lake, but right now during the winter it's closed. And there are 2 electric stations.
Not all national parks have charging stations for electric cars. So I know a lot of you people are from back east, lot lower elevation, not the tight, windy mountain roads. Especially when you're on these long 8% grades going down. The one thing that you're going to want to do when you're driving in these hills is use your gears. Drop it down a gear, let the transmission hold the car back. That way you don't burn up your brakes. We have our annual pass. Definitely worth getting, $80 a year. And you can get into all the national parks, all the national monuments for an entire 12 months. They also have a military one. If you're active military or retired military, you can get the pass for free for life. And then there's also the Golden Age Pass.
It's for old fogies like my parents. Don't put that in there.
I'm putting it in.
It's called Interagency Senior.
If you don't have the National Parks Pass, a private vehicle is $30 for
7 days.
If you walk in, it's only $15. You can save yourself half off. Motorcycles, $25. When you're planning your trip to Crater Lake National Park, check nps.gov for closures and alerts. A lot of stuff is closed. Even stuff that we thought we could go to, we just found out we can't do some of those trails. We're at about 7,000 foot on this trail. For you people that are not used to high elevation, especially exerting yourself, highly suggest taking a aspirin first thing in the morning and drink double the water that you normally do. Maybe not so many beers.
I mean, I haven't taken a picture, maybe one, but it's pretty. It would be nicer if it wasn't so buggy.
Yeah, we're here June 22nd and we've still seen a little bit of snow. Not a whole lot, but the mosquitoes just came out of hibernation and they're attacking. We got a little bit of bug spray on, but it doesn't seem to be working very well.
Like we say in all of our national park videos,
do not feed the wildlife. That includes even the chipmunks.
But why, Wayne?
They get comfortable eating the food that humans give them, and then in the wintertime when there's no one there to feed them, they starve, and it can make them sick.
Yes, they need to stay wild. Pets are welcome in certain areas at Crater Lake on a leash. During the summer, there are a few trails that they are allowed on. Right now, in the winter months, they're only allowed on one trail, which is the Pacific Crest Trail. You can walk your dog during the wintertime at the Rims Village parking lot, or there's a snowbank right there beside it. The rules are there.
Protecting the environment, protecting the animals, especially your animal safety as well. Gotta find a bathroom! Whoa, there's a bathroom!
This time it's more you than me. Everyone knows I always wonder and worry about where I can relieve myself. If you watch more than a few videos on our channel, you'll see the recurring theme. There aren't as many bathrooms in this park, especially right now where the entire East Rim isn't open.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to find a restroom. But we're at a trailhead and there's no restroom here either. The Junior Ranger program is great for kids 5 to 13. Even if you're a little older, they might be still somewhat interested, but they'll think it's goofy.
One thing I thought was cool is that Crater Lake has 2 different kinds of scavenger hunts. One is geared more towards elementary kids, and the other is for all ages.
Guys, this is becoming a real problem. There's so many people that come to the national park, they're not staying on the trails.
Are you preaching again?
Yeah, well, no one's paying attention. It even says the area's closed. The reason it's a problem is we have millions of people that are coming to the national parks, and if everybody gets off the trail, it just destroys the environment, the land. It takes so long for the stuff to heal. It's not used to all these people being there. Hey campers, there's 2 campgrounds in the park.
The Mazama campground has 214 sites for tents and RVs. Lost Creek has 16 sites only for tents.
In doing our research, we found that open fires are not allowed in Crater Lake National Park. You can have a cooking stove or an open camp stove, but no wood burning fires whatsoever. They say Crater Lake is the purest water in the world.
Yeah, you can drink right from it.
Yeah. They also say that it's the deepest lake in America.
Oh yeah?
I think it's like 2,000 feet deep.
Nuh-uh.
I gotta look that up. I can't remember exactly. As with most of the national parks, cell phone reception is almost non-existent. It's very, very limited. So download any of the maps, entertainment, whether it's music or whatever your kids might need to see.
No, your kids can see outside the window.
So the north entrance of the park is only open 7 months out of the year.
But you can enter it on a snowmobile in the wintertime. One thing to note, Crater Lake doesn't have a physical street address, so it can be a little tricky with some GPSs. You may want to try putting in Crater Lake or Rim Village, or you can even enter the coordinates, which are on the website, the nps.gov website, to get you there.
The park's south entrance and west entrance are actually open year-round. We're doing
West Rim, Scenic Drive.
Yeah, the West
West Rim, Scenic Drive.
We're here on June 22nd, and there's still snow on the ground, and the East Rim driving loop, most of it's still closed.
You're going to want to allow at least 2 hours to do the entire drive, and for all the stops, pull-outs, you're going to want more time if you're in a larger vehicle or if you're towing.
Or if you got a camera in your hand.
Yeah. It is a narrow, winding drive, doesn't have any shoulders, so be aware of that. Speed limit is 35 miles per hour or less. Please mind that. We're all there to enjoy the scenery. Be aware that depending on the time of year, there may be partial closures on the rim drive for maintenance or still plowing the snow. Typically, though, the entire rim drive is open July through October.
The rim drive is often shared with bicycles. We had a really cool experience in Glacier National Park. They closed the Going to the Sun Road down, and you can ride bicycles up.
That's at the very beginning of the season before they have opened the Going to the Sun Road all the way. We rode up from Avalanche Lake as far as it was plowed too.
If you're in Glacier, I would highly suggest checking that out. Castle Creek Wildflower Trail. It's only a half-mile trail. Hopefully we're going to see some wildflowers. We're so early that a lot of the flowers haven't even bloomed yet. You can see the buds, but they haven't bloomed. Super easy half-mile trail. Pretty water cascading down. And there was some beautiful flowers. Not as many as what we were hoping, but that's okay. It's still an amazing walk through the woods.
In a lush meadow.
A lush meadow? The park has 3 restaurants and 1 general store.
The Rim Village Cafe is typically open year-round.
But you should have seen the line!
Yeah. We figure it's less time in line or waiting at a restaurant or even to drive out of the park to find food, and gives you more time to enjoy the park.
The general store carries a very small selection of groceries. We always suggest before you even leave whatever town that you're staying in, go to the grocery store, fill up that cooler, make your sandwiches, eat them in the park.
We call them hood witches.
Yep, because you're eating on the hood of the car.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. We could just mention that there are a couple lodges in the national park. Obviously, you would have to book this way in advance to even get a spot.
There's Crater Lake Lodge and the cabins at Mazama Village.
And we're in Keno, Oregon. It's about an hour drive from Crater Lake, but we saved a ton of money and it's a nice place, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, one thing that you're going to want to keep an eye on when you go to Crater Lake is the birds. The amount of birds that you're going to see in Crater Lake is mind-blowing, of all different colors, and the sounds are somewhat overwhelming at times.
Yes. Awesome, though.
Yeah, we even saw bald eagles. Near Crater Lake, we actually did a couple cool adventures with Adventure Oregon. If you want a unique experience, I highly suggest checking out Adventure Oregon and doing a wildlife guided tour, whether you're going to go trout fishing or you're going to go bird watching. We want to thank you guys for watching our video all the way to the end. If you would, hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend, and like always, thank you for living life.